Hi there everyone, Dani here, and today I wanted to bring you a short video answering a question that we received from the blog. A reader named Sarah said that she would be visiting Granada this month and she was a bit curious about what she should pack in terms of clothing. And I thought this is a perfect question that could be useful for anyone coming to Spain and specifically Granada in the winter. I'm assuming that she read our article entitled It Gets Cold in Spain and was therefore a little bit nervous as to how many big sweaters like this she should bring and what else she needed to be prepared. So not only is this something that I thought could be useful to more people than Sarah, it's also something that's a little bit visual because I know that saying a thick sweater can be subjective depending on where we come from and what we tend to wear. That could mean something a little bit different to everyone. So I'm going to answer her question here first, but then I'm also going to take you over to my closet and show you some examples of exactly what I mean and specifically what I would recommend for somebody coming on a trip just for a short, visit instead of living long term. I do think it's a little bit different. So speaking to that directly, I would say that one thing you have to be prepared for in Spain that may be different from your home country is that indoors is actually sometimes colder than outdoors. We do have heating. It is, of course, a comfortable country to live. I choose to live here. But I do, I have my blanket with me right now. This is a staple because I work at home. So I spend most of my days sat right here in front of the computer, and therefore you want to have thick clothes. You want to stay warm when you're sat stationary inside. However, if you're traveling, I assume you're probably going to be spending a lot more time outdoors, seeing the sights, maybe going in and out and just moving around a lot more. So, if you have a sweater, you have a coat, probably a scarf if it's windy, you're going to be good to go. You're not going to be as concerned with staying super bundled up as somebody who's coming to live in Spain. Because if you're living here, you're definitely going to want to have a few more layers on you at all times. Honestly, I wear a sweater about this thick. I've got another shirt underneath it, and if it's especially cold, I am putting a scarf, sometimes like an outdoor scarf, on over this as well. So you're going to want to be prepared with lots of layers. You're going to want at least one like heavy duty sweater. For me, this is a knit, I think a wool sweater. I'm really bad with fabrics, but it's not incredibly huge, but it does the job. It really keeps in my warmth, which is especially important. So yeah, let's go over to my closet and I'll show you some other things that I think would be essential for traveling or especially for coming to live long term in Granada.
Okay, so I've tried to gather up a few examples for you here in my bed. So here I've got some different thick sweaters. As you can see, these have like pretty thick fabrics. This one I actually bought in the men's section of Lefties, and I love it because it's much longer than the ones they sell in the women's. So that's another trick of the trade for my winter shopping in Granada. Another idea that might be especially good if you're traveling and going in and out of different buildings is to have a sweater that's more like this. Of course, with these ones, I would also wear a tank top or even a t-shirt or long sleeve shirt underneath them. But if you have one like this, it's going to be much easier to just take off that layer if you get into a building and the heating is really high. So I've just like paired it with a t-shirt in this case. Jean jackets are still really popular. So I actually take the jean jacket that I'll use in the spring or the fall as my coat, and it becomes just another layer for me in the winter. So I've just got it over a dress here, and I would wear this underneath my winter coat, and then this would become the outfit. If I'm going out, but I would not wear this at home. This is like not enough layers for me at home. Here I've got some of the pajamas I wear. You could see they're like super, super thick. I recognize that this is something that is ideal if you live in Granada. However, if you don't, I would recommend getting something like this. It's a very similar material, but you could see like this folds up so much smaller than these two bulky guys. So I would get like these nice, comfy, cozy, warm pants for sleeping, pajama pants, and just get yourself a long sleeve shirt. You could even wear a hoodie. I've done that. If we're being honest, my first winter in Spain, I was not expecting, so that was a little difficult for me. As I mentioned, I work from home. I have a ton of leggings, but my mom actually gets these for me. She's really careful to get like really thick leggings, really thick, comfortable pants. These actually have a thermal inside of them. And then I actually wear leg warmers. I actually pair this quite often over leggings. And if I'm going out in them, I will also wear like really high socks underneath, because if you don't have a thick enough pant leg, it's going to be really, really cold in the winter wind. And these I actually just bought recently. I haven't tried them out yet, but I've got a pair of like rain boots that are a size too big. And so I got this with like this not somewhat of a fur style lining. And hopefully that will be helpful for me as well. If I do go the dress route, I'm going to wear like leggings, tights, whatever you want to call them, that are much thicker than your average ones. So I don't know how well this shows up in the video, but like this is like a standard thickness of tights, and this is what I'm going for. It's much thicker. You can buy these. There's tons of stores that sell them in Spain. And then finally, a little bit more of the add-ons. I've got some scarves here. These are my outdoor scarves. They're pretty thick. I'm gonna wrap them around my neck to really keep that wind off of my chest. So these are the ones I wear outdoors. Occasionally I've worn this inside, and then this is actually what I call my indoor scarf. It's super thick, so it really provides an extra layer. And then again, this is more if you're going to be staying long term. I also just got this hoodie as a gift for Christmas, and it is excellent. Oh my God, it's so warm. I put it on the moment I wake up in the morning. And if it's an especially cold day, I'm going to put this on over my clothes as well. So I hope that this gives you some good ideas and really helps you out when planning what to pack for your trip to Spain.
Alrighty, so I hope that that proves a useful resource for you if you're packing to come visit or even to come move to Spain. You definitely want to keep in mind that the winters are chilly here, and there you have some good options to give you ideas for maybe how you want to layer your clothes. Um, I'm not exactly a fashionista. I think everything I showed you is much more functional than necessarily Spanish fashion. So if you are more interested in knowing that, we have some really useful blog posts for you. You can find over at sincerelyspain.com. We have one post that was written by Nina, who's the blogger behind the fashion blog A World of Dresses. So she talks about what you might want to know about Spanish fashion trends. And then we also have a blog about shopping at a clothing store. And so there's Spanish expressions. If you plan to buy some of these things once you're here, that could definitely help you feel more confident doing so and asking for what it is you need. So I hope that it helps. Let me know if you have any further questions, or let me know if you like this format. If you want to ask us some other questions, we would be happy to continue to make videos like this. Have a great day. Bye. Hasta luego.